How did I get that wrong? I was going to say by subscribing, and then I went by whatever that was. Anyway, please consider being a fan by subscribing. Cold updates or few updates. We're at the point today where I don't know, like I don't know how to explain where we are, but my nose is blocked. Some parts of my body are still painful. What else is wrong? The voice is still not fully back. It's not even back, not fully back because I felt worse. That's why I can say. Still, just speaking of cough, I just felt the urge to cough. I just felt that back. I'm still coughing a lot. Anyway, that is not why we are here today. But the reason we're here today is because we have a hater in our house. My husband is my hater. Is my opponent, my opposition party. This man teaches me about the way I wrap things, so today we're going to make him show us how you ideally wrap a Christmas present, because I was going to finish up my wrapping, but as I said, he's going to see me about wrapping. Let me show you what he judges me by. So before we carry on with anything, the thing on my head is a toweling head wrap just because I washed my hair. I just washed my hair this morning, getting ready for the Christmas hair. This is what I get judged by, something like this, because you know this part is, let me turn down the light so that you see, because this part is, I don't know how to explain it, but yeah, I understand why this is bad, because there's this fold here. I'm still going to turn down the light a bit more. So there's this fold here, and then the other one is on the other side. So I know it doesn't compute, but sometimes we just want to wrap a present at the moment. Some of us don't want to wrap a perfect present. And I've seen people that wrap things worse than I do. Like, let's just give it to him. He wraps presents very nicely. Let's give that one to him. But it's not enough of him to be dissing me, dissing my wrapping. Anyway, today for the Christmas jumper, we have this. It just says, I'm on the nice list and I know it. You know, do you get the joke? Let me hand this thing down a bit. So, on the nice list, and I know it. So, with 3 notes there. In today's advent calendar, we got, so, the first thing we got in the advent calendar, apart from the tea, I haven't made it. I'm going to make it in a bit. Perhaps drink it as I wrap, because I'm going to wrap this in my present. That's why I'm going to wrap at least one, just so that he shows us what he means by ideal wrapping. But yeah, we got this, which I'm so pissed about. You might as much as give me 2. First of all, why are you giving me this? But you know, second of all, you might as well give me 2 of it. Why am I getting just 1 of it? Anyway, that's annoying. But in Amazon Beauty, I want to say they're always full food, they always come through, but today is not the nicest. I don't know what this is. I know what it is, but you know what I mean, like it's not the sort of thing that I normally use. It's some sort of makeup blender thing, 2-in-1 for a customized base. Mix, apply and blend. So it's silicone and the surface is textured to mimic your finger. So it's a blending sponge, brush, foam. Yeah. Oh, wow. Yeah. That's what it is. But yeah, I tend not to wear makeup. Not that I don't wear makeup, I will wear, but I'll wear makeup like maybe once in a month. Once in a month. So anyway, that's what we got from the advent calendars today. Let's go into the video. For today's video, when it comes to wrapping, it's easy to wrap a perfect. It's easy to wrap a perfect box. Anyone can wrap a perfect box like this. Which the present that I showed you that I wrapped, it's not bad. It's just, I don't know. It's just. Because who wrapped this? Who wrapped this? I did. It's a perfect box. However, another thing my husband likes to judge me on is things like this. Actually, it's losing already because this is not a perfect box. This is an awkwardly shaped present. So we're going to get him to show us what he would have done, you know, when he gets an awkwardly shaped present. Because this man, as I said, this man disses me. It's like, what else would I have done? This thing is awkwardly shaped. It is awkwardly shaped, so there's nothing anybody can do. So that said, we're throwing in some awkwardly shaped presents. I have wrapped one of these, so I wrapped this one. Let's see how he wraps the counterpart. something like that, exactly something like that. Let's see how he wraps this one as well. Let's see how he wraps something like this. Let's see. Okay, I'm gonna wrap this one just to show you that, you know, I'm not that bad, and I'm gonna let him wrap this one. So let's see. Also, I'm going to make him use my wrapping paper because my wrapping paper is different. He cheats. He's a cheater. He has this wrapping paper. He likes to buy this wrapping paper that has lines on it, so you can cut along lines. Whereas my wrapping paper that I know I like to buy because I'm nice to the environment and because they are recyclable and made from recycled. They are recycled and they are recyclable. Yeah, they don't have those sort of lines. So let's see. Another point is that he says I use too much sellotape, but today he's going to show us what skills that he has, and I'll show you what skills that I have. Are you ready? Nobody can hear you. Stop nodding. Are you ready? Oh, you're moving the camera. Anyway, he said he's ready, so come on. Oh, he started wrapping. Talk us through what you're doing.
First, I'm measuring up the paper.
So we're wrapping one of the boxes that we filled up with goodies. As we said, we filled some of the boxes. We just used some of the nice boxes that things already came in because we know that the people getting it won't mind. However, this one, because the top of it is transparent, we decided we're going to wrap it up. Yeah.
I'm measuring up the paper before I cut it first.
Okay.
So that's finding the right place to cut the paper. Okay, so once you've measured it up, you then cut the paper what you need.
And why do you use this type of paper?
Because it's easy to cut along the line.
So why don't you respect my wrapping where I don't have any lines to cut along?
Even if you have wrapping paper with lines, you can still cut it straight. It's not difficult.
So you take the easy way out then? So you agree that, you know, wrapping is more difficult for me than it is for you?
It's about using the right tool for the job.
What do you mean right tool for the job? I use the right tools for the job. I use wrapping paper, scissors and sellotapes.
When you cook, you use fire, do you?
Yeah, some people when they cook they don't use fire, they use electric. So, what's your point?
You make a fire.
Yeah, or you turn on the electric plate.
No, I mean you make a fire with wood.
With wood?
Yeah.
No.
Okay, so you take the easy way out then.
Your point is weak.
No, that's not as true.
It's weak. It's very weak.
You pick the right tools for the job.
Let this man know that his point is weak. Anyway, that's the thing cut up. Then
so the next thing to do is to do the end pieces and to make sure that they are not too long. Because at the moment we have an excess of paper at both ends. And the way to check that is to measure the length of the side. So this is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. That's 10 squares.
tell me why you need all this mathematical process just to wrap a present.
Because it helps you to not use too much paper and to use the right amount of paper. So that's 10 squares, so that means that you need 5 squares on each end which you're going to fold over. But you want to give yourself some extra, so you want to give yourself maybe 6 squares.
This is really funny.
So you line up the bottom. And you come up to the top as well. And you count for the 6 squares again. And then you cut along the line so that you're not going to be left with too much paper at the end bits, which then makes it easy to fold the end bits in. And you have some paper that you can use for something else, something small. And you make sure that this is all still lined up and straight. has some sellotape.
So fun fact, we always have wrapping paper in our house. Well, we always have wrapping supplies. We always have sellotapes. We always have different types of wrapping paper, Christmas, just normal ones. And we always have, what else? Also scissors. I think everybody has scissors in your house.
Ribbons.
Oh yeah, we always have ribbons as well. Oh my gosh. My nose is so blocked to the point where some words are not getting, they're not finding their way out.
Everything's all nicely lined up. And then what I like to do is to make sure it's nice and tight is the first thing I do is stick the wrapping paper down to the box. That helps to make sure it doesn't move later on as well. And you put this over. Oh, one other thing that's important, wrap presents face down, because then all the joins are on the back of the box rather than the front, and it makes things look nicer.
Okay, Mr. Center.
And then when you give it to someone, it will be represented to them with the right side showing.
Okay, Mr. Center.
Right, so that's doing the back of it. Then you want to do the sides. So to do the sides, you press in. You're getting that. You press the side in, and then it will partially fold itself. Then you press it right down to the base, and then you fold along the line. And you just do the same thing at the top there, so you pinch it right up to the top. Make sure it's all flat, and then you fold along the line again. And then you repeat on the next side, so you pinch it right into the base, fold along, and you have a nice little triangle there. Pinch it in, fold along. The one where it's a join, you'll then have to just fold the join over. And then you put that one down first. So the one where the join is, you put it down first, and you fold that one up. Then you take some sellotape. And you just secure that. Then at the top it's the same process. So you push in the side, fold along the edge, same thing, push in and fold on the edge, same again, push in and fold on the edge, you can do the same thing here as well. So you push in, fold on the edge, then you have to fold in and then overlap. And you fold that down again, fold that down. Nice and tight, grab some sellotape, and you just stick it down. And that is wrapped.
By the way, peep my husband's Christmas jumper. Remove the present from your phone. Peep his Christmas jumper, and he's wearing Christmas socks as well. But yeah, show us your end product.
That's the wrapped. And then you can just put more sellotape on wherever you want to make it more secure. So if you want to, you can put more along here. Put more along there, you can put more along the side there, but it's not strictly necessary.
Alright, that's nice. I'm going to show you how I wrap a Christmas present, or a present in general, but this isn't Christmas, so let's say Christmas present. So it's my goal to show you how you wrap a Christmas present. Before you wrap a Christmas present, the things that you need, what I need, is a pen. No, that's not a pen, that's a scissors. A scissors, a pen. You obviously need what you're going to wrap. You need your wrapping paper. Thank you. You need wrapping paper. You need a choice of many different ones so that you choose from. Make sure that wrapping paper is recyclable and recycled. you need rope, you need a tag, and you need sellotape, and you need somewhere to place your sellotape. So before I start, what I do first is that I get my sellotape ready. So I kind of do what my husband did, but he did this after he measured up his paper. What I do before I measure up any paper is that I get my sellotape ready. Where's the scissors? Okay. So I get the sellotape ready, like so. Again, this is kind of the same as what he did, so it'll be boring to watch it again. But the only difference is I have more sellotape than him. And like, I don't cut my sellotape in tiny bits. I make them a bit bigger than what he did. Alright, that's it. Sellotape is all ready. Then what I do next, I'm going to move this to one side for a bit. What I then do next is I get my wrapping paper, which I carefully select, because it's important to select what kind of paper that you're giving out. So I'm going to select based on what I've already used and what I haven't used. So I'm going to use that one. Like, you want to wrap your presents with love, with as much love as you're giving them, and as much love as you feel for the people that are receiving it as well. So yeah, I have this nice wrapping paper. That's what it looks like on the inside. So I put it down, and then I get my present, which is that, and then I put it there, and then I fold. The thing with this present is that it's big, and it's like, okay, first of all I measure it, but I've used my eyes to measure. It, so I kind of know that these bits will not be enough to wrap this. So I'm going to use all of this paper to wrap it, because there's no need using wrapping paper. So what I do is I look at which side is going to leave too much paper at the end, because I also like to have a nice fold. So from what I can see, if I wrap it that way to leave much paper at each end, so I'm going to try and see this side. But if I do it this way, don't embarrass me please. If I do it this way, I risk not covering the whole thing, so I'm going to have to do it the other way, which anyway. So I put down the wrapping paper and I begin to sellotape away. Okay.
The Father Christmas on that wrapping paper looks like the Pringles man with a beard.
Looks like what?
Looks like the Pringles man with a beard.
Pringles man?
Yeah.
So I secure the first bit of paper, especially if what you're wrapping is not going to, if it's not going to ring, you know, the present inside. It's just a fabric, so it's okay to secure it against what you're wrapping. Take the other one and put over there, and take some sellotape again. I'm going to take the smaller bit of sellotape this time, or perhaps I can cut, because I think some of them are too long, even though I said I like to make them long. So I'm going to cut this into two, put this there and secure that. And now this is the hard part, the folding. Because this is an awkwardly, I was nice to my husband, I gave him a perfect box to wrap, but I'm doing the awkwardly shaped present, one off. So because it's awkwardly shaped, so I take that first fold and fold it more than once, take the next one and put over it like so. And then I take sellotape and secure there. So I'm just going to do the same on the other side, which is not very And that is what you want to have. That sort of thing is what you want to have. I'm gonna do the same thing on the other side. So fold, fold, fold the side to be a bit thinner so that I can tuck it in, and press down like so. Press the side down like so. So we decided you have to tuck it in, didn't we? Fold again. And take that side. What you want to have the look of is an envelope, and then you take the sellotape and you secure. Again, yeah, and that's it. You have your present. So remember the pen that you brought. It's to write who is getting the present on the tag. So the pen and the tag now comes in handy. So you write whose name the present is for, and you write the name. You take your rope, which appears yeah, you look for the end. I can't find the end that I already started with. I think it was the other end. Oh my god, I can't find it. I can't find it. I can't find it. Oh, yeah, I found it now. Yeah, take the end, put it into the tag like so, and you cut it with the scissors. Put that tag over the present there, over the front where you're going to present. Just put it there.
Ho, ho, ho! Merry Christmas!